I love how the Somewhere I Turned Pretty playlist really gives you extra insight into how the characters are thinking or feeling during the scene. Some of the songs are really on the nose, like Deja Vu or Driver's License, so it's not really that hard to figure out what the scene is supposed to entail with that song. But there are some that I think have a much deeper meaning that really changed my perspective on some of the situations. The song that played at the prom scene specifically totally changed my interpretation of how the entire night went down. I initially read the books and saw this scene. We're kind of led to believe that Conrad is pulling away from Belly, that he's not super interested in being in a relationship or being with her anymore, but that he doesn't really have the guts or the interest in like breaking things off. So instead of doing that, he just starts pulling away. He's kind of cold and distant and really ruins prom for her. The song that plays at prom is Mayonnaise by Smashing Pumpkins, and I wasn't familiar with the song before I heard it on this scene, so I had to look up the lyrics and the meaning, and like I said, it totally changed how I interpreted this scene. I interpreted this song to be all about how hard life can be, even when you're going through and experiencing happy moments. Conrad specifically, he's likely in love with Belly, he's at prom, he should be having a good time, dancing, celebrating, but he's not able to experience those feelings because of all of the grief and anxieties he has about what's happening to his mom. From the timeline of the show, we know that prom was on the 1st or 2nd of April, I forget which one it was, and at the funeral on the program, it says that Susanna passed away on the 14th of April. Jeremiah let us know that things with Susanna got bad really fast, so it's likely that Conrad had a feeling that this was going to happen and just could not be happy at all when he was just thinking about what was going on with his mom while he was at prom. Also likely that he was starting to have a panic attack or just feeling super anxious about being at prom, disappointing Belly, and not being with his mom. One of the last lines in the song Mayonnaise is, "I just want to be me." I really think that Conrad kind of discovered his true ideal self when he was with Belly in the fall when his mom was starting to do better. He was so optimistic and so happy, and he knows that that's where he wants to be and how he wants to feel, but he literally cannot do that with everything that's going on. In the book, I really thought that he just wanted to end things with Belly and not be with her anymore, but from the show and from this song, I think it's really clear that he does not want to break up with Belly. That was not his intentions at all. He was just in such a miserable state that he couldn't bear to be at prom, disappointing Belly and thinking about what was going on with his mom. Looking at the prom scene in this way and thinking about it in a different light really changed my thoughts on the funeral scene and the song that was playing during that too. So I'm going to do another video on that, but I just think it makes it so much more heartbreaking how everything played out and that Belly and Conrad are not together.